Hello there, welcome to the stream. Yumi, what's up, man? How you been? How's your vacation? Man, those pictures that you sent a while back, that was really cool. Like the multiverse. Alright, I'm finally home. Yay! You're finally home. Now I can serve the Emperor in Darktide. Oh, nice. I was thinking about playing that. At a glorious 60 FPS. See, if you had GeForce Now, which I think you could have done for free. And it works on any PC as long as it calibrates the... Or as long as you're near one of their servers, you should be okay. But, wow. Well, I'm glad you're back to civilization. Sorry. I'm just kidding, I'm from Thailand, I know exactly how you feel. Oh no, I'm not from Thailand, but I went to Thailand and I was like, fuck, I can't game. Can't do anything. It's family and vacation and all that. But, no. We're... Better infrastructure here, is what I'm saying. Anyways. Probably either way, I would have had time. Oh, we need to talk to the Generis daughter up right here. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. I may be assistance. Please inform me of a problem in the servitor. What happened? Yeah, let's talk about that first. You see, your ladyship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time. Uh-oh. I move erratically with no meaning or purpose. Moves nervously, pulls out his luxurious frock coat, as if he were uncomfortably tight. Had it been a routine technical fault, I would have decided the fate of the servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities from the Lord Captain. Good. If you wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate, this can be arranged. The majority of the defective units have been delivered to the storage compartment pending your decision. Pascal 101 expressed the desire to be present during the inspection. Yeah, you should. Should it be carried out. I suppose the expertise of esteemed magos may come in handy. I shall look at the servitor, not right away. As you wish, your ladyship. How else may I assist you? Oh yeah, we need to look into a Fury Reckoning. From what I can tell, is a void ship of some sort. Thinks for a moment, pursing his lips in concentration. I'm afraid it's not immediately familiar to me, your ladyship. Please allow me a moment. Starts rapidly typing a screen on his data slate. He's typing on his iPad. I say, House von Valancius did indeed sign a contract with the owners of the vessel with the designation Fury Reckoning. There's their transactions records of the ship picking up cargo from Kiavanagama. Well, this is odd. The data log ends here, or ends there. Apparently the ship had some interaction with one of the workshops on your industrial world. I beg your pardon, your ladyship, but this is the extent of the assistance I can provide you in the regard of this particular matter. Interesting. Oh, I can order shipping? Oh. I may replace the painting. Late Theodora in my chambers. Paint my portrait instead. Oh no, let's not do that. We must not forget. My retinue and I are in need of training. Oh, that's cool. We can train with him? What? Hold on. Sorry, I had to take care of the doggo. Shipping and trading. Imperial Navy. There's no peace among the stars, is there? Oh, we don't have any for them. Okay. Fellowship of the Void. Ryza. Calabasas. Mission. We can go all in on one, or we can... I want to get good with the explorators, to be honest, because they're my kind of people. But production and manufacturing. Heavy plasma gun? What the fuck? What does it do that the regular can't do? Ranged. Wow. Okay, so it just does more damage, I'm guessing. Okay, do we have anything to give them? We can give them fuel. Range weapons. I want to go all in with the explorators and Imperial Navy, because we are dogmatic. Alright, we can't get anything with the with these guys yet. Oh, I meant we can't give them anything. We can't earn any RPs. Reputation. But we can get some of these things. Yeah, because our profit factor is high enough. So what is this? Mark 100. This is a Mark 201B, point B. So we improve granting 10% extra hit with this one. Okay. Jovian pattern class 1 drive versus what we have. So what we have is 11 speed, and what we're getting is 13 speed. Yes, please. Oh, so yeah, another boss pattern torpedo tube. Sure. I mean, we can buy it. Might as well, right? Mezzo lance weapon. Wait, mezzo lance weapon? Sure. Single void shield array. Price 80 points. Versus what we have. Glimmer pattern void shield array. It's 70 points. But it's doubled against blast attacks. Sure. I mean, we can get it no matter what, but it's just about fitting it into our ship. Let's save real quick. The internet be wonky sometimes. Installing components. Alright. That's easy enough. Okay, what ship is V? Can we get an upgrade? Oh, so we can have a double of the same? Or one of each? Or just swap them around? This should be better. Upgrade hull. Upgrade RAM. Well, let's... I'm doing hull first. Hull is the very most important thing to upgrade, I feel. Okay, we can't upgrade yet. Posts. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Persuasion 70. Oh, so this is based on who should be where. Okay. Vox is still always watching for traces of the warp. We'll just fit them by the number that's the highest. That makes the most sense. Yep. Alright, well, it's all good here. You know, upgrade the hull until we can't. Down day. Every time I stream this game, it's always a weird cut. Oh no, I think it's just every time I use GeForce now. Like the internet just goes to shit for like 10 seconds. Alright. It will be more of a long range. Okay, never mind. We'll just keep it the way it is. Reclaim what we lost. We'll get there yet. But we need to go talk to Argenta. Astray.
Greetings.
Oh no, we're too close. We're like virtually kissing. Even in stillness, Argenta radiates energy, with her dark eyes shining. A slight blush in her cheek. She is reciting a prayer and looks at you only once. Looks at you only once as she spoke the final line. Fedora, greetings. I'm waiting for you to tell me your past and explain the strange world that cultists off the fall. Oh, I haven't talked to her yet? What the heck? Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, rogue trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Sweet. She drops to her knee, hands making a sign of the Apollo. Her hands are locked in the sweeping signature of the warrant. Sweeping signature on the warrant. And seemingly mundane thing. Merely a flourish on the piece of paper. Unless she knows whose hand left that mark and whose blood is on that paper. Alright, I'm not saying that, but you guys can read it. Her voice is sonorous, as if made for singing hymns and prayers, but right now she cannot seem to catch her breath. So overwhelmed with emotion she is. Holy shit. The warrant? Holy crap, it just keeps going. Upon finishing, she closes her eyes and remains silent for a long time, with her head raised high. Slowly, like the first lick of flame in the campfire, a smile blossomed on her lips. She finally opens her eyes. They were alight with uncanny resolution. Ray Trader, we need to talk. Or rather, I need to tell you something. The truth. The truth about how I ended up on Theodorus von Valancius' ship, and about the cultists we encountered on Footfall. Am I to understand that you lied to me? I'm listening. Please understand. I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell my story, and you'll see why. I'll start at the beginning. It's easier to piece everything that way. Upon arriving on the expanse and on Footfall, I found no purpose here, only torment. I wasn't needed. The reliquary I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by Reverend Hieronymus's mission, and no one was even trying to defile it. For all its lawlessness, Footfall respects the worship of the Emperor. That was when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of divine will in a way. She falters, searching for the words. It was from her that I learned about the planet, a planet recently discovered by her scouts, Salus Prime. For a rogue trader, the planet was of little interest, a feral world, away from convenient warp routes. But for me, learning about its existence was a revelation. I've never heard of such a planet. Does it belong to the von Valancius dynasty? Please continue. The description of Salus Prime is familiar to me. It seemed very similar to a world from an ancient legend. A legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Her voice grows reverent. Argenta, the living saint. She is my patroness. The order named me after her. She died millennia ago, when heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers cannot touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the One Star. Where the fallen ship, which now serves as the resting place for the saints, remain, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The world where Saint Argenta's ship was merely a vague legend. No one knew its actual whereabouts. And suddenly, I myself, named after the saint, came across this information. I realized that at that moment that it was a portent that I must journey to the planet and find the ship. And so I asked Reverend Harmonious to let me go for the time on my personal pilgrimage. I aborted Theodorus's ship and demanded passage to a newly discovered planet, Salus Prime. Why did you keep your proposition from Reverend Harmonious? Surely he could have helped you in the search of the ship and the Saint's remains. I imagine Theodora was thrilled with the prospect. You mentioned something called One Star? What's that? Okay. I can just come out and tell him. It was a portent revealed to me personally, can't you see? I told Reverend Harmonious the honest truth, that I was going on a personal pilgrimage on him to embolden my spirit. It really was a pilgrimage. It was as if Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial. If I had found the ship and set foot on the decks, if I had laid my hand on her remains in the relic, it would have been a sign that I truly had been blessed with the saint's favor. Two, okay. Argenta looks at you somewhat surprised. Oh, I said, that's understandable. Searching for your destiny, for your place in the world. It is a special matter, personal one. You either succeed at it, or you don't. She looks at you somewhat surprised. I thought that I had been called, that my finding the ship was my destiny, my place in the world. Perhaps there's something to that. Was she thrilled? Lent her assistance. It was her intention to visit the newly discovered world, and she took me with her. You mentioned something about the One Star. Hey Jack Marshall, welcome back. How are you? Welcome to the Rogue Trader stream. Right now I'm talking to Argenta, and she's revealing some background. We're learning about a relic called the One Star. Wonder what it is. Apologies, I got so carried away I forgot to explain. The One Star is a relic kept by Saint Argenta. I belong to the order Pronatus, which we attach particular significance to holy relics. Oh, that's cool. So they're all about relics. Okay. Order Pronatus, which we attach particular significance to holy relics. The One Star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious that no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography at times call it a banner, or a set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. One thing is certain, it was a beacon of righteousness, and it was lost with Argenta's death. Good, how about you? I'm good, thanks. I just woke up, walked my dog. I haven't ate breakfast, so my stomach might start growling. And I'm doing the cardinal sin of drinking soda in the morning. So not only is my stomach gonna start growling, it also has carbon, so I'm gonna be belching and stuff too. I'll try to do it away from the mic. as best as possible. But yeah, that's my situation right now. I was waiting for my girlfriend to wake up, and then she'll be like, I'm hungry, and then I'll be like, what do you want? Oh yeah, I'm off today, and so is she. So might be some cuts here and there when he comes in and talk and stuff, but it's no bother as long as I don't have to get up and go. But anyways, let's continue. Where are we? What happens next? Defeat. The ship's augers failed to detect anything of note during the orbital scanning. I was expecting this though. According to the legend, the ship was the ship can conceal itself from the naked eye. Only a pilgrim guided by a pure heart can find it. What I didn't expect was an ambush waiting for us on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided by Theodora. I know St. Argente's hagiography by heart. I know all of the legends about her. I followed their obscure clues, the descriptions of mountains and rivers from the millennia-old tales, and I was certain that I had found a way to the ship. That was when we were attacked. The words we heard in the heretic shrine on Footfall. Something about ways, doors, please address to some lord, the edge of daybreak. Argenta is shaking with disgust. They were the same words as those spoken by the cultists who attacked us on Salus Prime. My whole unit perished. All those honest, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only by a miracle that I didn't perish along with them. Wow. I didn't connect the events at first. The cultists on Footfall, the cultists on Salus Prime, the cultists attacking the ship in Conrad's betrayal. What if these are all linked in the same chain? What if they've long since infiltrated the ranks of Von Valancius' servants? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet with my search? Alright, she's having doubts. She thinks that it's all her fault. Sadly, the one who might have all the answers, Conrad, escaped. No need to blame yourself. If heretics really had wormed their way into the Von Valancius ranks by then, they would have founded the planet even without you going there. So how did you manage to escape from the cultists? That's why you didn't trust me before, correct? I doubt it. Hey, I said no need to blame yourself. They would have found the planet even without her. I doubt it. No one except me was particularly interested in the planet. Conrad, on the other hand, he sympathized with me when I first came aboard. He helped arrange an audience with Theodora and supported me with my effort to visit the planet. I never told him plainly why I wanted to go there, but I imagined that Venture must have figured out that it was something important, something related to the holy faith of the Emperor, of the Imperium. And what could delay a heretic more than defiling a relic? Oh yes, I sincerely hope that we get to meet him again. We will meet him again. That serpent needs to answer a few questions before he is plunged into cleansing flame. So how'd you escape? Theodora's people received the distress call. She came to my rescue and brought me aboard the ship. I barely remember what happened. When they arrived, I was already severely wounded, fighting back with whatever remaining of my strength. I think I shouted what we had to go after them, but they didn't listen. They took me to the shuttle and pulled out. After that, it's all blackness. When I came to, we were already in the middle of a warp jump. Theodora had urgent matters to take care of, and she decided that she could clear out the planet at a later time. Oh, so we gotta go back. We can go back and kill more cultists. Cool. And that's why you didn't trust me before, correct? Yes, no traitor. She looks at you in the eye. I saw with my own eyes how a member of your family showed his true colors as a servant of the archenemy, and I had already suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of cultists, and was afraid of another betrayal. I couldn't be forthright with you, so I studied you, looking into your seeds of corruption, or the light of righteousness. So, just to clarify, you were wounded, so you never found Sarah Jensen's ship, right? Okay, what'd you find? A woman who stood shoulder to shoulder with me and helped eradicate cultists on footfall. She smiles, as if reminiscing about a pleasant evening spent on the company of friends rather than a bloody battle. Nice. Well, we need Argenta and any of the Imperium to be at our side. The never-ending heresy. Ivan Sang, welcome back. How are you? Welcome back, dude. Yeah, this is a dogmatic run, so any heresy, any Xenos, any like anything that's dogmatic, I'll pick. Okay, like if there's 3 options and there's dogmatic, I will pick dogmatic no matter what. But that being said, I'm pretty sure that comes with not picking the Xeno companions to join us, or maybe killing them, but we'll see. In any event, the route was lost. No knowledge of it died in the attack of the ship, along with the old navigator. But now we can have a new lead, a data that we collected in the cultist shrine on Footfall. I don't care what that reprobate we executed said, there must be a way back to track them down. Tell me, Rogue Trader, will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find this great relic and return it to the people of the Imperium? I think I wouldn't reclaim a sacred object for the people of the Imperium. Like, yes, and of course. Or, if it's important to you, I will help. Like, I guess. Search for ancient ships and relics is an exciting prospect. Of course, I'll help. If the accursed Final Dawn is involved again, it is my duty to help you. The cult must be reduced to ashes through the entire Coronis expanse. I don't think I want to do that. We can be like fucking old Steve Rogers. I don't think so. Or no. We can be excited about this. Okay, we can be like, it's my duty, or just be like, yeah, of course I'll help you. Well, we are dogmatic, so we have to be all like, screw chaos, we need to eradicate them. Walks up and places a hand on your shoulder. So be it, Rogue Trader. As I stand here before the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will, marked by his own hand, I vow that I will not relent until the holy relic has been returned and the heretics punished. And may the light be with us both on this path. Sweet. Alright. We've agreed to help her eradicate cultists, and that's exactly what we're good at. That's the enemies. Those are the types of enemies we've been fighting anyways. Interrogators asked the Rogue Trader to set aside some time for private convos. Okay, sure. Heinrichs, where you at? Apparently he can be a companion.
To what do I owe this visit?
Okay, tell me the nature of your mission.
Yes, but not here.
I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officers' mess.
Here we go. Thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. I trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return on your ship. I welcome a chance to assist the Inquisition with its inquiries, Van Calix. I do not object you personally, but I find the continuous presence of the Inquisition agent at my side slightly unnerving. You wouldn't be on my ship if I had just any say in the matter. Well, I mean, he is ordered by the fucking High Lord Inquisitor. The High Inquisitor. I mean, the Lord Inquisitor. You know, so either way, he has to be here, but you know what? We're fine. We got nothing to hide. Lord Captain, your enthusiasm is commendable. Interior smiles, but his eyes remain cold. To business then. The cult of the final dawn. The madmen purged their heretical doctrine among the denizens of Cronus Expanse and instigate crimes against the throne and humanity. One such crime took place in your protectorate. The Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. Him. I also need to meet with one of my observers in the capital world of your domain. Ooh, if there's a test, I'm always picking it. But let's see. Why Ordozinos agent investigate a chaos cult? Why would Ordozinos agent investigate a chaos cult? You're well versed in how the Inquisition is organized, Pandora. Yes. Initially, our arrival in the Cronus Expanse was dictated by the need to fight Xenos. But there's more. The cult is tangentially related in my main specialization. Perhaps I will be able to reveal the full truth someday, but right now, I ask you to display humility and patience. Okay? The cult in my protectorate. Merrick. You laid an accusation against my dynasty? Lord Inquisitor mentioned in his letter that he is willing to show lenience towards my actions that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. Huh. Let's pick number 2. No. That is correct. I should show greater tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I am surprised. The Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the weakness of soul and mind, even in someone who has recently accepted the burden of a lofty title. Wow. We're getting special treatment somehow from the Lord Inquisitor, who's usually like, doesn't tolerate weakness. So even he's surprised. Okay. You have spies on the Von Valancius world? And to know more about the cultists of the Final Dawn. Chaos worshippers. Most often agents of the throne run a lone renegade stirring up the rabble. Insane prophets and hysteric visionaries preaching the end of days. The passing comet. A mutant rebellion, an onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort and blood of these loyal to the Golden Throne were spent before we established connection between those heretics. Sorry if my reading is really bad right now. However, the cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than the gaggle of misguided seers and misfortune tellers. They clearly spread their agents all over the Cronus Expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people in the Imperial worlds. There's a certain strategy to their action that changes whenever we get too close. And finally, we have enough military power to have had the 2 ships that we had sent after them discovered as wreckage. Oh wow. So they have some considerable power to fight back. Well, given that we fought a space marine earlier, I mean a chaos space marine, I think there's a lot more at play than just cultists. However, the call to the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers. Oh wait, I already read that. The growing difficulty making warp jumps is detrimental to us, but it is likely to inconvenience those who engage in vile sorcery day in, day out. Besides, after the events of Redcam North, I suspected the cult might have built its nest inside Winterscale's domain. But the latest report indicates it is your protectorate that is harboring heretics. Being in your entourage improves my chances of getting closer to their secrets. I've already agreed to give you a place aboard my ship. What else? Chaos treads softly, Pandora. The main danger of secret cults and sects is that they are like seeds. They can remain in the ground for decades, safe from all scrutiny, until the opportunity to sprout, grow, and bear monstrous fruit presents itself. The emergence of a cult on one of the rogue traders' planets does not mean the dynasty head herself is a chaos worshipper. Having said that, it should be noted that Theodora von Valancius was famous for her loose interpretation of the freedoms granted by the warrant. He regards you with a probing look. A bloodline can be stained by ancestral transgressions. If it is indeed so, it is in your best interest to do whatever necessary to redeem yourself, and then perhaps we will get a chance to salvage your dynasty's reputation. Oh damn. So Theodora has sullied our reputation. But she was renowned anyways. The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secretary of the Administratum Department on Dargonus. The planet's governor, Theodora were fully aware of his status. His duty is to fulfill a sacred oath to the Golden Throne and eliminate threats of the Imperium, which the Cronus Expanse has in abundance. His name is Achilles Scalander. As soon as we contact Dragonus, I will introduce you as a new head of dynasty. I'm sure you will appreciate the presence of such an advisor among your subjects, and I suggest you heed his words, at least occasionally. I've already agreed to give you a place on aboard my ship. What else? The rogue trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world Giovanna Gamma, and I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that have fallen into their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines of the Adeptus Mechanicus and even the followers of the Omnissiah themselves. I had to bring him to Giovanna. There you go. I will be frank, the answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. Machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely conflicting countless deaths and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems of the Cronus Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. Okay, let's go in order. Why did your suspicion fall on Kiyogama? Kiavagama. Disjointed places of data that finally merged into a single picture. Finally, not long ago, a vessel from that world arrived on footfall. The reports from the crew were confused and alarming, making me fear a planet-wide rebellion. We met a Chaos Space Marine on... Yeah, this is exactly what I said. Do you have a risk of running to his brothers? I do not doubt it will happen sooner or later. Chaos Marines siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traitors seldom show up alone. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines in the Cronus Expanse, and not an entire company. Oh shoot. Oh wow, okay. Things are getting heavy now. Usually Space Chaos Marines, they're doing their own high IQ, as high as Chaos can go, for IQs. They do their own thing versus cultists who are insanely low IQ, but, are still going for the same goal, which is praying for chaos and doing chaos's bidding and blah blah blah, and something about Corpse Emperor. But or False Emperor, but yeah. So for them to work together, it's kind of a big deal. Now he's just saying, let's hope for a squad and not an entire company. Alright, let's see. I won't let anyone throw their weights around my world. That'd be certain the Chaos Xenos or heretics. That's enough discussion about Arch Enemy servants. Tell me about Drukari, who stole Rycat's son. Let's go about Manus. I won't let anyone throw their weight around my world. Concerns the Chaos Xenos or heretics. Yes, that's very dogmatic. A commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fate of billions. The fate of billions of people and dozens of imperial worlds at her hands. Which is why you need to be ever more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planet. Lest they sprout someday and spell doom for whatever is tangled up in their roots. Okay, enough. Tell me about the Drukari who stole the Rycat's son. He wins this. The Drukari. One of the branches of Eldari. An ancient and vicious Xeno race. If they have known, they don't like each other that much either. Those creatures are living terror to ordinary people who fall prey to their raids. For the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Just as you and I need air to survive, the Drukari require psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives with uncanny expertise. Yeah, they say if you're gonna be captured by a Drukari, you best find a way to end yourself, because they're not gonna end it for you. They're gonna extend that until the very last HP line, and even then they divide that 1 HP to like fractions and decimals, like beyond division, like 0.0000001 until you hit 0. But even then, all they need is one DNA piece from you to recreate your entire consciousness back and then torment you some more. So yeah. Anyways, Drukaris, they're very sadistic, but it's not because they want to, it's because they have to. Anyways, the ships are difficult to make for any other arrived sun and undetected. Their stealth technologies greatly surpass the capabilities of standard Imperium Augur race. The objective of their raids is never to capture a world or a ship, No, they're only interested in fresh victims. After filling their holds with living captives, they disappear into the webway, a different dimension which conceals their greatest stronghold, Mora, a dark city of the Drukhari, from which none can hope to escape. Oh, we need to go there. Henrik studies your expression. I don't know why the Drukhari stole Rykat's son and brought about the fulfillment of the cult's prophecies. Perhaps the Xeno themselves have played into the archenemy's design. Or perhaps Aurora's divination, in fact, described the Drukhari's actions. There's only one thing I can say about with absolute certainty. There's no alliance between the cult of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. It's simply impossible. Is it? I must go about my business. Is there anything else I need to know? Let me put it this way. You may think whatever you want from me. You may think whatever you want of me. But my goal is not to hinder you. I'm here to help you in the fight against foes you may not even be aware of. You have my word that I will provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that has sprouted on the Von Valancius worlds while their mistress was away, and that I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws than the bearers of the war trade are sometimes known to have. So he's here to keep us in line, but like also not straight up call us heresy and kill us outright because we're new to this. Ordered by the Lord Inquisitor himself. Not bad. Thank you for sparing the time, Lord Captain. Okay. Alright, what else? Lucrative opportunity. The coal trader who recently joined the rogue traders retinue is already ready to conduct business, big and small. Lord Captain can listen to Jay's intrigue business propositions in the Captain's Bridge. Okay. Jay. Need to go talk to Jay.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Sherin. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Sherin. I will watch your back, if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
Damn. She reminds me of, she low-key reminds, like, her accent. Low-key reminds me of, Sophia Guevara. I forgot her name. Either her or no, actually no. She reminds me more of Selma Hayek. Yeah. If they ever do like a live action of this game, Selma Hayek should be her with the metal arm. But yeah. She's from a different world. She always calling you Shireen. Some business you want to discuss?
Sherin, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears alone.
Let's go. The flickering light of dozens of candles play across Jay's face, making her small smile appear even more mysterious. Shireen, the Exalted One himself, brought us together the day you crossed Vladium's threshold. He led us to the cargo and gave his blessing for its return. Do you know what people on my world would say such things? It's gained to be shared with your neighbor. Nice. She points with the container in front of her. One contains a polished Eldari rifle, a rare model, and other holes on and the other holds an ornate sword. I'm sharing what I've gained with you. Please accept these humble gifts in honor of my wildly successful, though suddenly struck friendship. Items: Wanderer's Portent, Bloodseeker's Clave. Holy shit, we got Eldari weapons and Drukhari, a Drukhari blade. This is heresy. Well, I mean, I'm dogmatic, but there's no, like, dogmatics. Very wonderful gift. I accept with gratitude. Yet more Xeno heresy? You must find some nerve trying to paddle this filth. The true servant of the Emperor. Straight up, like, no. Fuck this shit. Hey there. How long have I been silent? I just realized my character is not moving at all. Or the audio didn't work. Because I think I hit the mic. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go buy a new mic today because I'm getting tired of this where I tip the cable a little bit and then the mic like turns off. And hopefully it can be a better quality too. Okay, I don't know how long I was silent, but I'm getting a little stressed, so just give me a minute. I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, drink a water, and I'll be right back. Thanks. Alright, cool. My mic on? Alright. Cool. I'll be playing for a little bit more until I have to go out for brunch, basically. And breakfast, lunch. Okay. Supply footfall with provisions from Agro-World Janus. No contract. Okay, we have lots of things to do, it seems. Lots of things to tend to. But I'm gonna talk with all of my members first to see where their head's at before I continue on.
The Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Crowd in his Crimson Road greets you with a soft voice synthesized by a Vox system. Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Like an insect growing out of like greasebacks slurring in your direction as it examining you with curiosity. Do you know anything about the malfunctioning servitors on the ship?
Information about the incidents has been detected in the catalog. The incidents have been acknowledged as insignificant. A technical inquiry has established that the most statistically likely cause of the errors was a transgression of sacrilegious negligence during the lobotomizing rite. This disgraceful act of malfeasance has allowed shadows of the servitor's thoughts and recollections to survive in the depths of his mind, which ought to be dedicated to service alone. As a ship's engine seer, I accept the results of the technical inquiry. As a learned servant of the Omnissiah, I question its findings. The patterns of the malfunctions form a more complex picture than can be discerned by those of lower ranks. For this reason, instructions have been issued across the ship to report any new incidents to me personally.
Okay. Tell me more about the Admex.
I am honored to belong to the priesthood of Mars, guided by its tenets. We safeguard technology against the impure and the unenlightened.
Why'd you mention Mars?
That is where the cult of the Omnissiah originated, and where we were granted the first revelations. Many millennia ago, we made an alliance with the Emperor of Terra and have served the Imperium ever since, paying a tribute of machinery, weapons, and void ships. Everything that bears the blessed seal of machinery comes from our hands, and it is we who make sure the operating rituals are performed as they were meant to. We are everywhere. We are the Mars-forged steel bars that give the Imperium strength.
No, that almost made me cry. What do you mean guard it? It's not buried treasure. It's not a secret.
It is both a treasure and a secret. Technology is how the divinity of the Omnissiah manifests itself in this world. This is why the uninitiated may only be allowed to touch the most vulgar and mundane of its instances. We, on the other hand, are authorized to use the sacred catechism of maintenance and operation. Although there is another reason to deny lay people the sacrament of knowledge, it can be dangerous. Twisted by renegades, the Omnissiah's wisdom is called heretic, and the exposure to it may corrupt the uninitiated. Another danger is knowledge strangely interpreted and inscrutably twisted by the minds of the Xenos. This vein is called xenotech.
I see xenotech air attack. So very dangerous. Admit it. The Admegs do not wish to share their secrets because they're afraid of someone might surpass them. It's as simple as that. Jesus. No. Banning things you cannot understand is the opposite of seeking knowledge. Technology is merely a tool that can be employed without risking by a wise wielder. Oh no, that's techno heresy right there. Sacred objects should be touched by only by worthy hands.
This statement is true. What many consider chains on our way to comprehension is our armor, which we have inherited from our wisdom-blessed predecessors.
Nice. I am dogmatic, but in real life, I play these guys, so it's perfect. And they hate Xenos as well.
This electu indicates that I am a Magos, who has mastered the sacraments of many spheres of knowledge, and has the right to conduct services in a forged cathedral. He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel, because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now. Someday, he will come to this world in the absolute fullness of his splendor. The Adeptus Mechanicus worshipped the Emperor. He is the earthly manifestation of the Omnissiah, who brought humanity into the light of divine grace.
Indeed. And anything otherwise are heretics. What is behind the Admech's enthusiasm for replacing flesh with augmentation?
Organic tissue is an imperfect replica of the machine. Transient and vulnerable. Metal is more stable, more effective, and more durable. Flesh speak is flawed next to biheric language. Meat begets weakness. It softens the mind and undermines discipline. But you can replace metal when it wears down. In addition, a machine is a supreme form of knowledge, and by assuming mechanical form, we become closer to the Omnissiah.
Indeed.
However, like all things sacred, our augmentations must not be defiled by the eyes of the ignorant, which is why we reveal only the crudest of tools, while holier mechanisms remain concealed beneath our crimson robes.
An interesting superstition. I'm curious to see your augmentations.
The right to witness the miracle of flesh being fused with holy metal is granted only to those who have ascended to the rank of initiate. However, your lofty status of rogue trader allows me to make a partial exception and reveal my sacred stigmata.
Yes, please. I want to see. He's gonna flash me. Pascal reverently parts the rose star that unfolds his chest. You see emaciated white meat gnawed through by metallic shunts and flexible wires. Blood runs through transparent pipes, enriched with the nutrients acquired by the pilot flesh. Sweet. Tech use failed? The cyto body transformed into an appendage in some ancient mechanism is sickening. It is like hundreds of giant metallic insects have sworn the flesh and are leeching the vitality. Okay, that makes sense because, you know, our tech use failed, so we can't really understand what the fuck is in front of us. Because here, oh, I can't go character, but basically it's our tech use versus him, and we failed because our tech use is all solely reliant on him. I'm impressed. You're right to hide your disfigurement from everyone else. How can you maim yourself in such gruesome... Say I'm impressed.
Flesh may be fragile, but metal is strong. And so is my devotion.
Pascal concealed his emaciated, augment-ridden white flesh beneath the crimson shroud of his raiment. Sweet. This is totally not a not safe for work scenario. I bet someone drew this and was like, maybe I can draw it. I'll draw what others won't. I was thinking about getting back into drawing. I do have an Apple Pencil, so I don't have an excuse. I have the means to get creative, but I'd rather use my creative thinking on video games and live streaming. But man, if I draw, I think I'll be okay. I used to like drawing when I was little. You have a strange way of speaking. Is that a way because of augmentation, or does your faith dictate how you express yourself?
Partially true. I had a voice modulator implanted alongside the respiratory purification module, but there is an additional reason. Gothic is not my first language. I am used to thinking and making statements in lingua technis. The binaric language is more informative, more ergonomic, and less prone to misinterpretation.
True.
Acknowledged.
Alright, I want to know the truth about you.
The request is approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagus Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma.
What do you do?
He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things. My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and false worship of the Omnissiah. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it.
Uh-oh. Certain aspects of it indeed massified. His arguments sound reasonable. Uh-oh. This summer now yours is a dyed-in-the-wool heretic. Seems like a theological argument, not a political one. Here, I'll just say fascinating.
Acknowledged.
How did you betray?
The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to server penance for minor transgressions.
Ooh.
The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected brothers, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizance fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave. I confessed and handed the information about my mental research over to the Conclave. Brazen, anathematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagus Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate Traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me.
You acted as a loyal son of the Imperium should.
I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us.
Amidst a painful crunch, like a sound of snapping bone. I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialect difference. I confess. In-hand information. Oh, he didn't like that word. My internet's being weird again. His voice emits a painful crunch, like a sound of snapping bone. Why'd you go right up north?
There by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code, and could it be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain.
Hey BBDS. I've been designing crazy houses for work. Oh yeah, crazy house for work. Some of the beams in it are crazy. Like at W21X, the 21 by 166, which is 21 inches tall. What the fuck? That's not a house, that's a warehouse. Dude, my internet's being weird. But welcome back to the stream. How are you? Damn, everything's turning binary. Type person named Abel. Who is he?
I never met him, but I think he was a person of worth. The phrase that came from his lips indicates he was in contact with my mentor. I preserved his cortical implant and absorbed the information it contained. However, the large amounts of data memories are encoded with a cipher yet unfamiliar to me. I was wrong when I assumed it was the blessed Archmagos Amanat who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman. But there is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link. Acknowledged. I will return to ruminating on the search for the blessed Amanat.
You can make him go away? Damn, that's insane. Okay, I'll talk to him later.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Alright guys, I'm gonna have to head out right now. I'm getting really hungry and my stomach's growling. So, I think I'll come back with a different stream. Instead of going and be right back, because I think I might take more time than usual. But yeah. Oh, it is a house. Okay. Dang. Must be some rich person's house then. I wonder. But yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Sorry this has been a short stream, but I hope as a fan of Warhammer 40k, it kind of gives you more insight into our characters. And this game. But yeah, anyways, I hope to see you guys on the next stream. I'm gonna continue playing this because I'm very interested in the story of Rogue Trader. We are dogmatic, so we're gonna go everything all Imperium, no Xenos, no heresy, just straight dogmatic and you know, for the Imperium. CEO of a big company. Oh, okay. Dang, you... Hey, congrats on the contract, by the way, for you and your company for landing that. But yeah, I hope everything goes smoothly, and no hiccups. But anyways, as for me, my stomach is actively growling right now because I'm super hungry. But anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate your guys' company. And I'll see you on the next Rogue Trader stream. Take care of yourselves. Peace.